As suburbia continues to spread across landscape once dominated by farms, some youngsters living in more urban areas follow the less traditional path to the fair show rings through the 4-H Lease program.
Grace is going to be trying to keep the pig content. Jaden's job is...
My daughter's name is Grace. She's been involved with the 4-H program for 2 years now. She got started through the camp at the fair, and we were introduced to the Gerhardt family. Now that's what I call relaxed Grace. And they're incredible people with a lot of history and knowledge in farming and the raising of animals.
You line the dairy up right next to each other. You want to make sure that you're all in the straight line.
She's ultimately responsible for a living, breathing animal. And I'm learning more about it. This is really all new to me. Put a suit and tie on every day when I go to work, and then change into my farm gear to come out here and get my hands dirty a little bit with her. So it's been fun.
You have to stop. You have to stop. There you go. Perfect. We have a little bit more experience on a farm than the other Lease kids. I grew up on a dairy farm. My parents still have a dairy farm out in the town of Java.
See when she pushes against you? Now pick her head up. And push.
I'm Jaden's father. He's got some experience, but this is really his first year in 4-H and actually taking care of a calf himself. The stuff the Gerhardts are teaching him, you don't learn that from working at Burger King or anything like that. I mean, you learn that from hard work and putting the time in.
Expect to get dirty. Most people are afraid to get a little poopy on their hand or something. You're gonna get some on you. It washes, so there's no worry there. It is work. In the beginning, you're walking an animal that does not want to walk. I mean, they're not born to walk with a halter on them, you know, so you got to train them. It's work in that aspect, but I think we all have a lot of fun. Because then the vein will help blend it up.
Well, this is Taylor's second year. She's a senior in high school, and she started 4-H because she wants to go to veterinary school. She would like to specialize in large animal or large animal exotic. We live in the town of Tonawanda, so there's not any farms around there. So we needed some way for her to gain the experience of working with large animals. They've taught her so much. She's learned so many things.
So I'm going to start by spraying her from the top, like spraying all the dirt off so she gets wet so I can soak her.
Christina is 15, and she started this 3 years ago. She's been tossing around the idea of doing something as a career with animals, and she decided to take on new responsibility and raise chickens. So she's doing that as well at our house this year, and she's finding out that that's a lot of work, but she loves it. It's just a whole different way of life that the other kids that she goes to school with have no idea what this is all about.
So when was your heifer born?
March 12, 2012.
Okay. And what class was she in?
Junior yearling.
Junior yearling. All right. Thank you.
All the 4-H kids are great, and I'm sure a lot of the parents all hear that. But that's one of the nice things about being a parent is to hear a stranger or one of the people running the show saying, oh, you know, so-and-so did a great job, or so-and-so is helpful.
You know, the Gerhardts have been wonderful. For Dan to work all day long on the farm, and then he meets these kids here about 6:30 most nights, and then he works with them for a couple of hours, and then his day is done and he gets to go home and eat dinner. So that's a long day, and he gets nothing out of it other than just seeing how the kids grow.